Hello people from Gunner Station. Going to make this video about what the video I said I was going to make about is this one, and it's about the coaches that I would like. Honestly, I would make a list of realistic options, 4 options. My first option would be Pochettino. My second option would be Nuno Espirito Santo. My third option would be Arteta, and my fourth option would be Allegri. I would be satisfied with all of these coaches, but I still think there is a certain level where I would like these coaches. And as I said, that's my ranking. Pochettino the first. Well, I see a lot of people saying we're getting Tottenham left over. I really disagree with that because a lot of these people were Mourinho in. Even I was, they wanted Mourinho, and I wanted Mourinho too. I can't lie about that. But you want Mourinho, but you say you don't want Pochettino because he's a leftover of Tottenham. But don't forget, obviously Mourinho's leftover of basically a leftover of Chelsea and Manchester United, so I don't see where that makes sense here. And second, when Pochettino came onto Tottenham, he had the team that he had, of course, that was way below us, way below Arsenal. And look where Tottenham is now after Pochettino. Pochettino gave him basically everything they have right now is basically because thanks to Pochettino. When Pochettino came, you can see like, oh no, he had Harry Kane, he had all these players. Yes, he had all these players. Well, when he came, Harry Kane wasn't even a starter. Harry Kane was a bench player and he was above the weight. And a lot of this Harry Kane that we see today is because of Pochettino. People think that, oh, it's just the player. No, it's not only the player, it's the coach too. And the coach takes a big part of this of the oh my god, of the player's good moments. And if a player is good right now, thanks to the coach. Of course, not that's not going to be in all the cases, but with Harry Kane is a perfect example of that. Without Pochettino, Harry Kane would not be the striker he is today. I can tell you that. Everything behind the scenes, everything, Pochettino trained that guy so hard that he is today one of the best strikers in the world. I would not say the best striker because I think it's Robert Lewandowski, of course, but at least he's top 5 right there. I genuinely think he's better than both of our strikers, Aubameyang and Lacazette, but just being realistic, what I think. Well, when he came on Tottenham, of course, they couldn't even have a chance to face us if you compare like both of the teams when they play against each other. But when he left, of course, he made Tottenham a better team than us. Tottenham today is a better team than Arsenal, and that's a fact. Of course, they finished top 4 basically every season he was here. And he plays good against the top 6. He knows how to play against the top 6, something Unai Emery and Wenger cannot do. Pochettino gives a lot of hard work for Guardiola in the Champions League. It's a perfect example of that. Liverpool, of course, from Klopp. Of course, they really struggle against Tottenham. Chelsea, of course, when Tottenham beat them 3-0. It was 3-0 or 3-1. I think it was 3-0. 3-0 actually. Against Manchester United every time. It surprises me that most of the times we beat them. I don't know how, but it happens. But he's pretty good against the top 6, like averaging all the teams. He does good. I think he does really good. And he doesn't have the backing of the board as well. In the 18-19 season, he didn't have any players to buy. He didn't buy any players, and he was actually really angry at the board because they don't back him. And he still made it to the Champions League final. And of course, he didn't win titles, but they didn't back him. Imagine if he goes to a team that backs him, then the chance of him winning a title, it's way bigger. It's way bigger. It's incredibly bigger. So I would clearly give a chance to Pochettino to come to Arsenal. Of course, it's a bigger club. There's more pressure. Yes, I agree. But Pochettino is already ready for that. He was at Tottenham. It's already a certain team that has a right level of pressure. And today, they're above us as a football team, like on the level right now, and they have a lot of pressure, of course, right now. Yeah, they have a pressure of a big team. Pressure is not about being big always. Like for example, at PSG, they're not a big club, but there's a lot of pressure if the coach is not doing well. That's why Unai Emery got sacked from them as well. Uh, my second choice, Nuno Espirito Santo. Well, that guy, he came from the second division and he put his team on the Europa League in the first season of the Premier League. And of course, again, he always does good against the top six. We could not have a chance against them last season. Even at the Emirates, where we won 15 games, and we did not. They deserve to beat us by 3 goals. I remember that game at the Emirates. Leno was the man of the match by far, by far. Adama Traore missed some goals. I mean, a lot of goals he missed actually. And Leno, oh my God, I remember that game. And then Mkhitaryan scores a goal when we have like around 10 minutes left. Yeah, and then in the second game at Milano Stadium, we lose 3-1. And of course, it's bad. And that bad run that we had in the last part of the season. Not only that, last season he was also pretty good against Manchester United, City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. This season he's lost to Chelsea 5-2, of course, but they were not good at the beginning of the season. They were not doing good at all. Right now they're already doing better. They're fifth. They're above us. They're above Manchester United. They're above Tottenham. They're chasing City right there, and they're back on winning. And I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's going to be a manager of, for example, Real Madrid one day, but I think he's going to be a really good manager. I think he's ready for that job, in my opinion. For me, I would really be satisfied with him. And this season, of course, drew against Manchester United when the team was not doing good. Drew against Leicester at King Power Stadium, and is already fighting for the top. Let's say the top 5 right there, top 4, but I don't think they're gonna finish there. I think they're gonna finish in 8th this season, and maybe they're gonna finish above us. I actually don't think, because I think Louis Enrique is going to do a good job, and the next manager who comes, maybe him, is going to do a good job. I really believe that. And lost against Chelsea, as I said. Beat City, of course, at Etihad Stadium. Drew against Leicester. They still play Liverpool. They still play Tottenham. And of course they beat. They drew against us at the Emirates. And again, they dominated that whole game. They were not scared of anything, and they deserve to win that game. To be honest, they deserve to win that game easily. And of course, Unai Emery's tactics, and yeah, you guys know. So I think Nuno would be a good guy. He's actually talked about his link with our team, and he says it's disrespectful to talk about other teams when you're coaching your team right now, which is Wolves. So he's not talking about it. So of course there's an interest, but I mean every different day, I feel that we're linked more with the manager more than the other. Like today, we're linked with Pochettino a lot, but tomorrow we may be linked with a lot linked with what's his name, Arteta, of course. And yes, my third choice would be Arteta. I think honestly that Arteta, I think that he has a chance of one day be an elite coach, like coach the top teams. Because I think like the way that guy is praised is just crazy. He's basically Guardiola's #1 guy of trust. Guardiola really trusts him, and Guardiola really hopes that one day if he leaves City, then Arteta is going to stay there. But he already said that if Arteta wants to leave and start his career in a team, he can do that. He's not going to try to make him stay or anything like that. And of course, he was Arsenal captain. He played for Everton as well. He's also linked with Everton since Marco Silva is under pressure. And well, I really think he's going to one of those, and I think he would be a good coach. He was essential in the developments of players like Sane and Sterling. Actually, he was really essential in those. I think that Sterling, when he came to City, he was just a player. He was a fast guy, really fast, of course, and a skillful guy. But for me right now, Sterling is the best player in the Premier League, and in my opinion, I think he's the best player in the Premier League, and Sane is just crazy how good he is. 22 years old, of course, injured now. Had a bad injury in the beginning of the season, and honestly, I think that Arteta could be a good guy. Yeah, and fourth option would be Allegri. Well, I think I would be satisfied with Allegri, of course. I think he's miles better than Emery. But Allegri, the only concern I have with him is because he's kind of course, he's a defensive manager, and we need a defense, but it's not on our DNA. For example, I think we need more like a balanced coach, like attacking and defending. Of course, you don't know about Arteta because he's never managed the coach. Managed the team, and well, but I think we're gonna see that if Arteta comes to Arsenal. But Allegri, I don't know. I don't think that. I think he would do decent here, but I don't think that he would be that elite coach. I don't think that, for example, I think that he gets a little bit scared in some games. For example, last season against Ajax, Juve played Ajax in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and Juve, the first game in Amsterdam was 1-1, and then in the second game he puts De Chiglio, who's way worse than Cancelo. Cancelo's miles better than De Chiglio, and he just puts De Chiglio there to defend, and De Chiglio can just do nothing, and the team is losing, and he still keeps the same player, and still, which is just one of the things why I don't like Allegri. Not because of that, but he seems kind of scary in some games, scary of the opposition, and I don't think he's proved himself because he's always coached the best teams. Of course, he's coached Milan, but he coached Milan when Milan was actually a good team. And 2010 was, I think, when he won the league with Milan, or 2011. It was one of those. But Milan had a really good team. What I'm saying, and then he went to Juventus. Of course, they just dominate that league, and of course he's been to two Champions League finals. But I think that Juve has one of the best squads in the world. So I don't think what he's done is that impressive. He's coached all the top teams, and Arsenal is not a top team at the moment. So I think he would struggle a lot. And yeah, this is what I think, guys. I don't know what you think. Please give me a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you so much. Come on, you Gunners.